With all of what is happening around the world, I can say that the world that we live in is far from ideal. Whenever I watch the news or scroll my social media feed, tons of unpleasant events are being reported on a daily basis. From robbery at the next door convenience store to a civil war ongoing at a faraway country. I cannot help but to feel anxious. Sure, there are many good things happening around the world, but is it enough? It seems to me that these good things happens only once in a blue moon. I cannot help but think, what would my ideal world be? It's not rocket science. My ideal world is really simple. I think the ideal world would be a world wherein people are discerning and acting out of love. It might sound a dime a dozen, but hear me out. I think what is lacking in the world today is love. There are tons of hate circling around the world, but there are less love to counter all of those hates. People nowadays are reeling in the concept of revenge, as evident by the rise of revenge plot in movies and increased volume of revenge-centered posts on social media sites. Also, the world that we live in is currently exploited by greedy people who are not contented over anything. Because of this, we are suffering. Famine, global warming, poverty, and war are only few among the effects of some people's greediness. That is why I think a love-centered world would be an ideal world to live in. For imagine if everyone discerns and acts out of love, then forgiveness would always be chosen, and it would be easier to cut someone some slack. Instead of burning bridges, relationships are mended. In the first place, one would not elect to do something heinous if one discerns and acts out of love. And if everyone discerns and acts out of love, then greed will be kept at bay. Therefore, we would not exploit natural resources, which will result in less pollution. Also, we would not hoard resources, allowing everyone to gain them. I can only imagine how wonderful would it be if I live in that world. That's it. That's the ideal world that I have envisioned. It may sound so simple, but willing to make the world an ideal world is easier said than done. It is hard to tell such thing because everyone is different from each other. However, I hope that even the world would not be as close as my ideal world, somehow it would be better than what is this today. For you, what would be your ideal world? A penny for your thoughts, please.